The kitchen is remarkable in that it's a very early expression of American ideas of household management.
In 1923, hyperinflation was raging, and so the Haus am Horn, intended to be built and sold in large numbers, remained the only one of its kind. As the printing presses ran hot, the zeros on the banknotes multiplied. Some of the notes were even designed at the Bauhaus. Unemployment rose. Radical politics flourished. The Bauhaus had never been popular in Weimar. Now, increasingly branded communist, its future in a reactionary city looked bleak.
The politics was all left-wing. Some of them were communists and shouting it about. And I was doing it myself. And the Weimar citizens spat down the pavement because we were the enemy. Even that time, there were Nazi marching through the Weimar streets, protesting against communists.
Die nationalsozialistische Welle kam zuerst sehr stark hoch in Thüringen. Und wie es ja leider war, auch künstlerische Dinge wurden zum Spielball in der Politik benutzt. Und so war es also ein Kampf der Parteien. Und wie diese nationalsozialistische, damals völkische Partei stärker wurde in Weimar, wurde uns der Dampf abgeschnitten. Und ich habe mich mit meiner Fakultät zusammengesetzt und wir haben in der Öffentlichkeit das Bauhaus als geschlossen erklärt und haben so der Regierung damals den Dampf aus den Segeln genommen.
In 1925, the Bauhaus reopened in Dessau, an industrial city to the north. Dessau was politically more liberal than Weimar. It was also richer, thanks to its chemical and engineering works. Junkers, one of the world's most advanced aircraft manufacturers, had its headquarters there. Since the Bauhaus workshops were now designing for industrial manufacture and mass production, Dessau seemed like its natural home. There was money for a huge school building which Gropius designed. Thanks to advanced construction techniques, it took little more than a year to build in glass, steel and concrete. Everything was under one roof: the workshops, offices, canteen and student flats. It was the crystalline cathedral of functionalism. The Bauhaus was one of the first buildings in Europe to express the hunger for directness and simplicity which affected architecture almost everywhere at the time and were the most visible characteristics of the international style.
Es ist in seiner Anmutung ein kristallines, klares, wunderschönes Gebäude, ein Musterbeispiel für Konstruktivismus. Und es ist bautechnisch ein unglaublich modernes Gebäude, denn alle die großen Glaswände sind Vorhänge, die von oben herunterhängen. Die stehen nicht. Sie sind nicht tragend, sie sind Vorhänge.
Filled with light, uncluttered, somehow severe and clinical, the Bauhaus looked less like an art school than a huge laboratory. Appropriately enough, its leading teachers, Kandinsky, Klee and Gropius, looked less like artists than chemists or mathematicians. The workshops designed and manufactured all the furniture and fittings for the new building. They were elegantly plain, intensely rational, and made by machines in new materials. In the workshops, handicraft yielded totally to design for industrial manufacture. Modern life demanded modern methods and materials. In furniture, metal replaced wood. Screws, glue and dovetail joints were superseded by welding. Chairs, intended for the small functional interiors of modern dwellings, followed the principles not of aesthetics but engineering. They were inspired not by the bulky, ornate furniture of the past, but by cars, aeroplanes and racing bicycles. A chair, known as the Vasily, was designed for Kandinsky. Strips of leather were stretched over a cantilevered welded construction of chrome-plated tubular steel. Light, visually arresting and economical to manufacture, it occupies very little space and looks as though it takes up even less. Created by Marcel Breuer, it's one of the archetypes of modern furniture and one of the icons of the age. Photography was exploited not only as an art form, but also as a means of visual communication. Experiments were made with photomontage, double exposures and overprinting. Typography and graphic design made commanding statements, bright, bold, simple, and devoid of every kind of decoration. Even serifs were banned. Typefaces and layouts were rethought in terms of optics and communication theory. So were advertising and display. All traditional solutions were ignored. Everything was possible. The face of the 20th century was designed, manufactured, and staged at the Dessau Bauhaus.
Sehen Sie mal, dieses Zentrum da mit der Bühne und der Kantine. Stellen Sie sich vor, dort wird moderne Musik gemacht und dann sitzen bei den Zuhörern Klee und Kandinsky neben den Studenten und hören die neuesten modernen Musikfolgen aus dem Konservatorium von Leipzig. Aber es war auch so, dass bei der Kantine manchmal die Wände aufgeschoben wurden und dann tanzte dort ein Maskentanz von Schlemmer. Es waren richtig gehende Feste. Es wurde also ein Thema gegeben, metallisches Fest. Und dann musste man sich danach etwas erfinden, was in diesem metallischen Feste eben richtig war. Und die Bauhaus-Band war so ein Zwie zwischen Dixieland und, sagen wir mal, ja, so ein bisschen hat Hindemith auch damit hineingefunkt mit seinem elektrischen Klavier.